It's Halloween. I love Halloween, man. What's up, guys? I got these kids still knocking on. I turned the lights off outside, so none of the kids come over here, but they still want to come over here and knock on the door for whatever reason. I'm a ghostly pirate. I even got the green hoodie on, bro. What's going on, guys? Happy Halloween. Happy Bitcoin monthly close. Let's talk about some stuff, man. Let's talk about some stuff today. But it is Halloween. I got my ghostly pirate kind of costume on. I don't know if it's really I don't know if it's really a costume, but it works. It works for me. It works for me. QB Crypto, what's up, man? Jennifer said, I'm mad I got into Bitcoin miners. Well, I think you'd be mad if you got into anything besides Bitcoin or MicroStrategies at this point. You know what I'm saying? Ahoy! Jennifer. Grant. I think everyone's out watching shit today, or going out trick-or-treating today. Everyone's not in here today. Where is everyone, man? I saw Skillful. I saw Franco. I saw Keith. I saw MJC. Looks like St. Patty's Day. It kind of is. It kind of is. I was looking for a better costume, but this is the best one I could find. You know, this is the best one I could find. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, you know, we'll talk some crypto. We'll stay on to the monthly close today, which is fine. But we got some stuff going on. So, obviously, altcoin's still struggling, man. Altcoin's still struggling. That's kind of the name of the game. We'll talk about that later, though. We'll focus on BTC because that's what we've been talking about the last few weeks. Is Bitcoin should be the focus, man. Altcoins, it's not the altcoins time yet. I keep seeing people making altcoin season videos. It's too soon for altcoin season. I keep seeing the altcoin season videos, man. It's not going to happen until Bitcoin's in price discovery. And I keep seeing it, okay? So we're going to talk about Bitcoin, but that's kind of the name of the game. So obviously Bitcoin rejected from the range highs. Not really surprised, right? You're going to have people taking profits. I already see Franco saying he's taking profits at the range highs. What a fucking stud. There you go, Franco. That's what I'm talking about, man. But yeah, so it looks like we came back down to test the two previous highs over here. So this is kind of where we want to hold, man. I don't want to see Bitcoin break back into this wedge, okay? So if Bitcoin does break back into this wedge, you might be seeing bearish Jordan come back into the into the chat. But you know, at this time, we're still above it, right? We're still above it. So what we want to do now, and what I really want to do, if we're going to be bullish, man, because if we're going to be bullish, we should keep up the momentum here. Especially, I know next week's huge, dude. We got the election coming up next week. We got FOMC meeting next week. We got a shitload of shit next week. That's like one of my favorite sayings, shitload of shit. All right? But, you know, we want to hold this, dude. We do not want to break below back into here. If we break below back into here, dude, I will be flipping bearish, and you guys will not like me again. And we'll watch the altcoin reckoning 2.0. So let's hope that this holds for BTC, man. I'm going to assume that it does, just because it likes to do this, I guess. But, you know, we're going to hope that this is just a retest of this wedge, of this 7-month wedge, and not a fake out before we just dump back in. All right? So that's what we're hoping for. And at the end of the day, I guess the reasoning why I'm kind of leaning it towards being a retest and not us just breaking back into the wedge and just being perpetually in this range again. It's just for the simple reason of seasonality. And I think today is just people getting a little bit of their heebie-jeebies because elections next week. We don't know if, you know, Manala's going to win. We don't know if Trumpy's going to win, you know, spray tan Trumpy. We don't know which one's going to win. So people are pooping their pants a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's okay. People can poop their pants. I poop my pants on a daily basis, you know? But at the end of the day, I'm still looking at Bitcoin being, you know, right around this period, seasonality, right? And it typically goes up at this time if you're just playing seasonality, right? So that's kind of the name of the game. So what we're going to hope for just based on seasonality is this is just a pullback and a retest. But if we do break back into this wedge, I don't think that looks very good. I think that kind of loses all the momentum for the bulls. And we may be looking at, you know, we'll talk about that if it happens, but we may be looking at a little bit deeper of a pullback here. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're still above it. So hoping that it holds on this spooky monthly close. It is the monthly close too. A lot of times you see shenanigans on the monthly close, but yeah, we zoom in. So far, we're holding it. We didn't quite test it yet, but so far we are holding these two previous highs. That's kind of the level I want to see it bounce, is right around this like 60, right around the 70K to 69K region. But so far we got it, right? So far we're getting a little bounce. So we can't get too crazy until we lose this level, right? So we don't want to lose this level, but so far we are holding this level, okay? So Pirates, let's go. I am long. I'm in a Bitcoin long, by the way. We'll see how that goes. If it breaks this box, I'm out. I'm out of that shit. So let's see how that goes. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Jordan stole Verhoofdy's pumpkin. Is that Verhoofdy's pumpkin? Where did Verhoofdy has a pumpkin? Is his picture a pumpkin? His picture must be a pumpkin. You know? Yeah, yours is better. Oh yeah, Verhoofdy, your picture is always a pumpkin. I don't even remember what people's pictures are. You know? Franco is just a handsome man. Verhoofdy is a pumpkin. You know? Crypto Milk said you look real man now. Thank you, man. I tend to, not look like a real man every day. Even though I could probably out bench press you and do more push-ups than you. Just kidding. I'm probably not kidding, but it is what it is. John Filippo. Let's see. John said, Ben Cowan said the economic cycle isn't lining up with the Bitcoin halving. We just double topped, he said. I mean, we could. I mean, that's just kind of going against the grain of what typically happens around this time, right? He's usually a proponent of kind of just following the cycle, so I'm surprised he's saying that when in reality we're just right here in the cycle, right? And in reality, right, from the cycle lows, we're kind of exactly where we should be, right? So I'm surprised he's saying that, to be quite honest, because he's usually like a very patient, right? I try to be patient, so I'm surprised he's saying that. But maybe it is. Maybe it is, man. You never know, dude. You never know. You definitely never know. Anyways, I think the big thing right now, guys, is as we talked about, is altcoins, dude. You gotta, dude. The altcoins are just gonna continue to underperform Bitcoin. Don't be surprised. I know people are getting horny because 60% Bitcoin dominance. I think this is going much higher. I think Bitcoin dominance is going much higher, a lot higher than people think. I don't think this is even anywhere close to topping out, to be quite honest. I really don't. So as you guys are seeing every day, Bitcoin's kind of just hanging by the highs and altcoins are just kind of struggling, right? Or even going down, right? And I think that's going to continue for a little bit. As we talked about the last few days, that's just continued to be the case. As Bitcoin dominance just continues to rise. And why is it, right? Why are we not surprised that Bitcoin dominance is going to go up, right? Why are we... everyone and their mother calling for altcoin season again? Why do we not think that's going to happen right now? Well, if we just look at last cycle, dude, right? If we're just being a realist, right? Not being emotional, we're just being a realist. This is when Bitcoin was battling its all-time highs and then break out into all-time highs. You can see Bitcoin dominance shot up literally from 64% to 74%, literally 10% higher after Bitcoin broke all-time highs, right? So what I'm expecting is, if we can get Bitcoin through all-time highs, which is an if, or even if it doesn't, this is still going to go higher, right? I still think this is going much higher, despite people thinking that we hit the magical 60% number and this has to go down now. I don't think that's the case, just based on history. So I still think it's better Bitcoin to be your biggest holding. I know, it's not the popular narrative. We want altcoin season, but I still think this is going much higher. And that's why I always say Bitcoin should be your number one holding, even if you think an altcoin season's coming, because most of the time when people think altcoin season's coming, it doesn't, right? It just doesn't. So there we go, man. Bitcoin dominance continues up, and I'm happy to be almost a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not really a Bitcoin maxi, but definitely a bigger percentage of my portfolio. All right, so that's altcoins. Not really much to say, man. I just think it's going to continue to be that case. Anyways, let's hang out on BTC and kind of go over there. Congrats, Swaco. Yo, what's up, man? I'm the pirate today, dude. Look at Fluky. Smarpy said lost whole Bitcoins as I started buying alts 6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, there's no problem with buying alts. You just got to be patient, dude. What happens most of the time is, you buy an altcoin on the pump expecting it to keep pumping because you think altcoin season's coming because you got everyone saying altcoin season's coming. So you end up buying the pump and then it dips. And then you end up selling the lows because it didn't come, right? If you're buying altcoins low, or at least at range lows, there's no problem with buying altcoins and kind of waiting it out. You just got to be smart at buying them. You can't be buying the pumps, dude. You buy the pumps, you're going to get fucked. You're going to get absolutely fucked in this current market if you're buying the pumps. So let's not do that. Let's not do that, and let's buy the dips. or not even the dips, like literally buy range lows. Like don't even buy the dips. I think buying the dips on altcoins is a little crazy. Buy the range lows, you know, if you can. You can't always do it, but if you can, do it. Anyways, some altcoins that I've been watching and being patient with some stable coins, which seems like I may get my levels, dude. FET, I've been very, very patient with this. As you guys know, waiting for this bottom of this channel. I've been very patient with this, and it's just been a slow bleed. I think I'm going to get another retest at the bottom of this channel, man. Even if Bitcoin goes up, that's the thing. Bitcoin's been going up this whole time, and FET's been going down. So even if Bitcoin rises, I still think FET will hit the bottom of this channel. If Bitcoin dumps, FET will definitely hit the bottom of the channel. It's a win-win. So I've been patient. I think I'm going to get another retest of this, just like this double retest here. I think I'm going to get another retest right there. If it breaks the channel, I'm out. Stacks is the other one, dude. Very close to the bottom of the channel. I think I'm going to get it, dude. Been patient. But yeah, I think I'm going to get a retest on Stacks too there. Either way, if Bitcoin goes up, I still think Stacks goes down. If Bitcoin goes down, Stacks definitely goes down, right? So we're almost there, dude. I've been patient with some stables, waiting for these two, and I think I'm gonna get them, dude. I think I'm gonna get those levels at the end of the day, even though it's been hard to kind of be patient on these. I think I'm gonna get them, man. I do. Other than that, I'm not really looking to buy anything else, to be quite honest. Just kind of waiting and doing my thing, man. Doing my thing. I want FET $1. I think that level was like FET $1, man. I think the bottom of that channel is like $1. I'm pretty sure. So same thing for me, dude. A high, matey. We think the same way. I've been buying dumps and lows, but they keep dumping lower. Yeah, that's sometimes what happens, dude. That's sometimes. Creepy Sheepy said, I would say Bitcoin wants 69% dominance just for the memes. Just for the memes? I bet you want it just for the memes, you know? And it's funny because sometimes I see sometimes like people are like, you know, and I've been selling some Bitcoin above 70K every time it goes above there. I've been selling some, but like sometimes it's funny. Like sometimes you might be better off. And I know this sounds backwards, but it's been true this whole time. You might be better off selling if you need money. Selling your altcoins that are doing bad and keeping your Bitcoin, right? Even though Bitcoin's pumping, you might be better off keeping your Bitcoin, right? And I know that sounds backwards, but it's really not in this market. Really hasn't been that way, right? Like, would I rather sell my Bitcoin right here or hold ADA at the lows? I'd rather hold my Bitcoin right here. You know what I mean? Would I rather hold Bitcoin at 70,400 or hold XRP at the lows? I'd rather hold Bitcoin right here. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not always the case, right? If it's Bitcoin season, you might want to hold the Bitcoin, and if you really need some cash, fucking sell those shitty altcoins. You know what I mean? Which I know sounds kind of backwards, but that's been the name of the game, dude. Waterfly said never sell Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, I think there's a time and place to sell Bitcoin. There's definitely a time and place. You know? What about MAGA coin? MAGA. Let's see. MAGA coin. Trump. Dude, this thing has been just chilling, dude. I'll tell you this. I don't know, dude. I think it's too obvious, man. I don't like playing I like this earlier this year, but I feel like it's just too obvious. Like where people will say, okay, if Trump wins, this is gonna fucking pump, which it could, but I feel like that's too obvious, right? I feel like that's too obvious. All right, we'll say, okay, if Trump loses, this is gonna dump. If Trump wins, this is gonna pump, which may be true. These are just risky, man. I don't want to. You're basically gambling on the election, and I don't want to gamble on the election, man. I don't want to gamble on the election, even though you could argue that crypto is gambling on the election at the moment. For everything, dude. Every single coin, you can argue it. But this is like really gambling on Trump winning, dude. You know? Really gambling on Trump winning. You're basically like right at the low. It's pretty 50-50. Which is surprising. It does make sense. It makes a lot of sense because who the fuck knows which way this is going to go? Who knows, dude? I'm hoping up, though. I'm hoping up. Because I want Trump. You know? Oh, shit. Jeez, man. Wayne, Bitcoin does know there's an election. No, it doesn't really matter in the long term. I've always said this. I think short term, there'll be an impact on who, depending on who wins. The market usually always knows who's going to win beforehand. I'm a big proponent of like, this shit's priced in, dude. Like the market knows who's going to win. You know what I mean? The chart shows who's going to win, basically. The problem is right now it's confusing because you could argue the chart is showing Trump's going to win or the chart showing Kamala going to win. I don't think in the long term it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter, dude. I really don't think it matters. But short term could. I mean, you could argue, okay, the monthly's breaking out, right? The weekly's breaking out. At least trying to. We'll see if we get the close up here, dude. We might not close up there. But the monthly looks like it's going to, unless we get some dump in the next 43 minutes. But we're also at resistance. So like it could go either way, you know? That's why this one's interesting. Really interesting. But the monthly, at one point we're going to get the highest monthly close. It looks like this month we're going to get the second highest monthly close of all time on Bitcoin. It's pretty dope still though. Not as exciting, right? Not as exciting, dude. Like we're not jumping up and down for joy, right? But like it's still good, right? Second highest monthly close of all time for BTC. We'll take it. We'll take it. You can't say the same over here for ETH, even though like the monthly on ETH, I still like kind of like this chart, man. It's almost like some big ascending triangle that's forming over time, you know? This trend line has been godlike. But man, definitely not the same look. Definitely not the same look. And we definitely don't want to look at all the other ones. But yeah, ETH monthly just kind of still 2 months of sideways, literally. I think you open and close at the same price 2 months in a row. That's funny, dude. You know, they open and close at this month at the same prices. Literally, man. Yeah, this trend line for ETH has been godlike. We're going to hope this is like some longer term accumulation, right, that eventually breaks up. That's kind of the moon boy hope for ETH, but at the moment, it's the Bitcoin show. Yeah, it really is. It really is the Bitcoin show. But so far, we're holding the support, man. I think if we can hold this support, we're good. We're good. Oh, nice double top. I do like some double top, Cycle Pearl. I do like to get some double top, aka two sloppy tops in one night. You know what I'm saying? One's good, but sometimes you got to tell the wife or girlfriend, you know, I want a double top. I want 2 double sloppy tops, and you take the 2 double sloppy tops all day, every day. Do you hold ETH? Yes, unfortunately, I do, Dar. I wish it was all in Bitcoin at this point, but you know, it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But even though I do hold ETH, okay, I do hold ETH, I still think it's going to underperform Bitcoin for a while, right? And this pains me to say because I want ETH to do well, but this chart does not look like it's even close to a low, bro. This is an ugly ass chart. I think this is going all the way back to this first level right here. It's like that's like the next weekly level, bro. Which means I still think ETH probably has at least another 17% down against Bitcoin. At least another 17%. Now that could be fine. Doesn't mean ETH has to go down, because if Bitcoin goes up, that means just ETH doesn't go up as much, right? At least at first. But I think ETH BTC goes down at least another 17%, which really means that Bitcoin dominance goes a lot higher. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you right now, this monthly looks like ass. that does not look like it's anywhere close to a low, bro. But I think right here, that's kind of the level I'm looking for. 2.9. And then I think we're good. But even though I sold ETH, I still think this chart looks like ass, man. I really do. I really do. Absolute cheeks. Look at others. Are we looking at like others market cap or others dominance? This is others. Are we looking at others? Fuck. I don't know what we're doing with others, but you probably want others dominance. Others D. Oh no, man. No way, dude. Oh my God. This is not good, guys. This is not good, dude. I actually haven't looked at this since I was gone from vacation. Oh my God. Are we breaking the trend line that we hold since 2017 for the first time, possibly on a weekly close this week? Unless we see altcoins pump. Oh my God, this is not good, dude. This just confirms my theory of Bitcoin dominance going much higher. This trend line might be breaking for the first time since 2017 on a weekly close if altcoins do not outperform Bitcoin for the rest of this week. We only got 3 days, bro. Oh my God, that's not good, dude. That is not good, dude. I honestly, like, you wanted to see that hold because now you have no frame of reference. You have zero frame of reference. This just kind of confirms my theory more that I think it's just going to be Bitcoin season, dude. Sorry, altcoiners, but I just don't see it at the moment. I don't see it. I don't see it in every way. In every way. He said it's over, boys. Others dominance was doing so well. Yeah, dude, it was holding again, just like it always does. But sometimes that breaks. You know? Sometimes that breaks. But I'll say this. That doesn't mean everything's going to underperform. There are going to be some coins that overperform. But, like, it's going to be tough now because look right here, right? Like, even though this went down right here, there was still a lot of altcoins that outperformed Bitcoin. But that kind of goes to the thing, like, you got to be good at picking altcoins now. You can't just pick any shits. Like, you can't pick ADA and XRP, right? You got to be good at picking new good altcoins. Because most of the altcoins probably are going to get wrecked. At least this is what this chart shows. Which is not funny, dude, because I don't want that, man. I like when the market's fun, man, you know? But, yeah. And that kind of goes, that definitely goes into, do we definitely want Bitcoin to hold this level right here? Could it really be the Bitcoin super cycle? Maybe it might be the Bitcoin super cycle, dude. Waterfly said, stop scaring the new kids. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could be a realist. I could be a realist or hopium, one of the two. I could just give hopium. That would be good. Becker's vid was hilarious. Dude, every time Becker drops it's time to buy video, or he like this actually, there was a good video. A lot of what he said I agree with. But every time he drops this video, like, massive gains are coming, the market fucking tanks. Every time, dude. Every time, dude. Every time. And it's not even Bitcoin. Bitcoin is fine. Bitcoin's been fine for a long time. It's like every time Becker drops a video, altcoins fucking tank. Every time, dude. You know what I'm saying? Need the short-term hype? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ugh. Becker's vid. Yeah, I love Becker's vids, man. I do love Becker's vids. All right, other than that, what do we got? We got 35 minutes into the monthly close. But yeah, we'll hang out on the corn, which is holding good here. Becker's picture of lagging indicators. Oh, dude. Let's see. Immortal said, what about the bearish monthly dip? In my opinion, Bitcoin will approach the top of the upper Bollinger Band next month before the slow decline into the bear market. I'm getting 2021 flashbacks. I mean, the problem is, dude, and this is why this market's so hard to read right now. It really is. And I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, I'm really not going to lie to you, man. Like, I'm not like super fucking altcoin bullish. Like, I'm really not. And I see it everywhere, dude. People are just horny as shit for an altcoin season. I'm just not. And I kind of agree with you, Immortal. I think it goes back into what we talked about earlier this year is there's nothing wrong with altcoins. I just think there's too many of them. There's too many of them for all of them to pump. So the problem we're going to have is even if Bitcoin breaks out, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes to 85K. You said the monthly Bollinger Band. Bollinger Bands. Let's look at the monthly. Let's see where that is. Yeah, I mean, this would kind of make sense. Because next month, this is probably going to go to like 85K. I could see the scenario where Bitcoin breaks out on a Trump win. Everyone gets super hyped as shit, right? We're going to the moon. Bitcoin's flying up, right? Maybe even in a week or two, right? And right, everyone's expecting altcoin season, but the problem is there's so many altcoins now. It's hard to pump them all, you know? Like, think about all the altcoins and all the money you need to pump all these altcoins, dude. You need a lot of fucking money coming into the market. Which is, you get some, but what if Bitcoin goes up slightly above here again, hits there, and then rolls over again, right? Kind of like how it did over here. I could see that scenario, dude. I honestly could see that scenario. I really can. I really can. I really can see that scenario, dude. And that's why I'm going to be I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on closely, dude. And I hope you know on my channel, we're going to have fun, dude, okay? If Bitcoin can break the highs, we're going to have a lot of fucking fun. But I'm going to be telling you every day, guys, this is when you need to be cautious. This is not when you get horny. You get horny down here. This is when you get horny, okay? This is when you get horny. This is when you get horny. When we break out, that's not when we get horny. That's when we get a little scared. I'm going to be scared, dude. I'm going to be a little scared. I'm going to be like a scared little chicken, dude. I don't want to be a scared little chicken, but I'm going to be a scared little chicken. Because I went through last cycle, all right? And, you know, that little fake out above was brutal. But yeah, could you just imagine, right? And why 85K? That's the 5.3 theory. That's like the 1618 fib. But could you just imagine this, right? Oh, Trump wins, woohoo! Right? We're going to the moon. We're going to 200K. We top somewhere around there. Everyone's expecting altcoin season, and instead, Bitcoin just rolls over, and Bitcoin dominance just continues up. That would be brutal, dude. I honestly think that's max pain. I honestly think that's max pain. And I know that sounds brutal, but I honestly think that's max pain. Bitcoin dominance just keeps going up. From the over dilution of the altcoins. But we'll see. I'm being a not a Debbie Downer, but I'm being like I'm testing my own moon boyish, my own moon boyness, you know, my own moon boyness. Innocent said, "You stop that talk." You know I don't want that, Innocent, dude. I mean, the market's way more fun when altcoins fly up. Way more fun, dude. Way more fun, dude. I have so much fun on this channel when altcoins are flying up. So I don't want that, but we'll see. Why am I doing this? I'm going to give someone a seizure. Hi, matey. You're going to get the seizure today. 1 seizure, 2 seizure, 3 seizure shot. Here we go. Nice costume. Where's the parrot? You think I can afford a parrot after this altcoin market? I can't even afford, I could barely afford this costume. Shit, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. I'm seizing. Amrit said I need that girlfriend changing money. No, dude, you just need to find a girlfriend who doesn't care that much about the money. You know, that's what you need to find, dude. Retardito will moon either way. Of course it will, man. Of course it will, man. Literally, of course it will. Okay, well, here we are, guys. You know, one coin that I think is interesting right now, and you know, it takes me a lot to talk about altcoins these days. It does, is now that the unlock, so you guys know Celestia had a massive unlock yesterday, okay? And I told you guys I'm looking for buying opportunities on this one too, because it had like 70% of its supply unlocked yesterday. And a lot of people, what usually happens before these unlocks is people sell off before them, thinking like the market's gonna, thinking the coin's gonna fucking tank after the unlock. But actually, it's up today, right? So this is one of them. I definitely like am tempted, and I would have preferred to got, you know, $4 on this. I don't know if it's gonna get there. So honestly, like I'm thinking about, you know, putting some DCA into this, a little, maybe 50% here, and then, you know, 50% if it goes down to $4. That's kind of my thought process right now. But this is definitely one I'm looking at, for the simple reason that's not just like the USD chart. One, it's a new coin, right? Full retrace. But also the BTC pair. This is like, I don't buy an altcoin unless the BTC pair looks good. You literally, it fully retraced. This is the Bitcoin pair. All the way up, fully retraced the whole move down. You can see momentum is slowing to the downside. And literally it's right back at the Pico low. And these are the exact charts I want, is exactly like this. Okay, exactly like this. And there's a little bit of strength coming in today, right? So you got bull divs. I really like this chart, and you know it's gonna take, you know what, these days it takes me a lot to say I like an altcoin, bro. It takes a lot. But this is definitely one that is definitely one I think the chart looks good, and I could totally be wrong about this, by the way. If Bitcoin tanks, this coin's gonna tank too. Just putting that out there. They're all gonna tank. But if there's any of them that I do like, this is definitely a chart that I do like, simply because the Bitcoin pair looks fucking phenomenal, dude. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, if Bitcoin can bounce here, though, like if Bitcoin holds the wedge retest, I think TIA will do really, really well. If it doesn't, it'll go down with everything else. But yeah, that's my thought process on TIA. I was kind of looking through altcoin charts today, like to try to find any that I think look decent. It's not a lot. That was like one of them that I thought looked decent. And I think it has to do with the unlock being yesterday, and it just happens to be right at the lows, which is kind of funny. I guess it always kind of happens that way, you know. BTC bottom. You think BTC pumped a new all-time high tonight? Imagine they open a new month and they just fucking pump it. I doubt it. I doubt they do that. The reason why I doubt they do that. By the way, shout out to Kyle Van Wettering. Let's go, dude. Alert. Shout out to Kyle. Hump it. GME on Sol has so many sex listings. It's insane. It's insane in the membrane, bro. GME on Sol. I can't keep up with the meme coins, dude. I am meme coin out. I am so meme coin out, bro. No, dude. The reason why we probably don't insta pump at all, like even though we're getting a bounce, the reason why we probably don't insta pump is just because I think people are afraid of the election next week, dude. And I think people are de-risking. Like the SPY, dude, stocks got annihilated today. NASDAQ was almost down 3% today. I think people are de-risking before the election. I think it's kind of funny. Like, it's just funny. I think people just get scared before these events, right? So obviously SPY selling off, NASDAQ selling off. I can't see Bitcoin just fucking pumping with the SPY looking like this. At least right away, right? So if the SPY is up tomorrow, which I don't think it's got a little bit lower to go. It's probably going to retest this level. But if the SPY can bounce tomorrow, then maybe we see Bitcoin come up on the new month. you know, and that would be, excuse me, dude. I don't know why I'm coughing. That would be phenomenal, dude. If there's still kids outside knocking on the door, oh my God, man. Literally, the old man upstairs said, Jordan, if you want the kids to not knock on your door, simply turn the lights off. Dude, these kids want to come up, knock on the door. These roadie kids, man. These roadie kids. You can't trust the roadie kids. You can't trust the roadie kids. You can't. You can't. You really can't. Hope we get a good monthly close. Yeah, I mean, the monthly's good. I think the monthly's good. I'm a little bit afraid with the weekly. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to be honest. The monthly's good, man. We're finally kind of like breaking here. Honestly, like if you want to do it by the, fucking closes too. We're finally getting like some sort of breakout on the monthly, which is good. So the monthly's fine. I wanted to hold this green box today, and we held the green box, which is good. So the monthly looks fine, I think. It would have been better if we were up here, obviously, but I think the monthly is good. The one thing that's a little sketch is the weekly. Hopefully we close this weekly a little bit better than this, but the monthly, I still think things good. I do. But yeah, I would definitely prefer if we can get to like 71K. I mean, we're not going to get to 71K, but if we could, that would be sweet. That'd be really, really. I mean, I'm long on Bitcoin right now, so I'm long from like somewhere over here, like I think right around 70K. Right around 70K. So I'm long, man. I want to see a shoot to the highs. We'll see if we get it though. Ahoy, mateys! Jordan looking to get egged tonight? Dude, I would love to get egged. I would love to get egged. I've never been egged or toilet papered. So if one of you guys wants to egg or toilet paper me, if you guys want to egg or toilet paper me, there it is. Anderson said, might get rid of all my alts and only hold Bitcoin or retardito. Seriously considering it. Dude, Anderson, you might, dude. That's the play, dude. I've been saying that since the beginning of this year. Only buy alts if you are confident in the alt. Don't just hold alts just to hold alts. This is not the same market as previous cycles at all, in my opinion. It's like Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin and good alts, right? Like you have to be good at picking the altcoins. Like it's not the same market anymore, man. There's just too many altcoins now, right? And that's why I think the term altcoin season, I don't think we see, and this is going to be a hot take, but bear with me. I don't think we're going to see an altcoin season this cycle. And what I mean by that is where everything just goes bananas. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to see what we saw like last year, where you had some altcoins that went fucking nuts, like Injective and Fed, right, and Pepe, right? But most altcoins did like 2 or 3 X's. I think we'll get that, but not like this crazy altcoin season where like you're holding XRP and XRP is going to do a 10X. I don't think we're going to see that, something like that. That's what I mean by I don't think we're going to get an actual altcoin season. I think it's going to be like more of like the good altcoins do 20, 30 X's and then the shitty altcoins do 2 X's. You know what I mean? Type of deal. Kind of like how it was last year, right? I think that's kind of how it was last year. There's too many altcoins now. Too many altcoins and the market caps are too high. If you combine those two things, it's and just Bitcoin is like the focus. Like Bitcoin is, it's the focus, and the ETFs kind of took a lot of money away from crypto too, right? So all the people who bought ETFs, they're not going to sell those ETFs to buy altcoins. In previous cycles, what happened is people sold their Bitcoin and bought altcoins, right, later. But the problem is all this new money that's coming in through ETFs, they're just going to hold Bitcoin. They're not going to sell their IBIT to go buy Cardano, right? They're just going to hold IBIT, or they're just going to take profits into cash. you know? Because a lot of these boomers don't even know how to buy that shit. They just buy iBit because BlackRock has it or Fidelity has it, you know? There's a lot of different reasons, dude, you know? I think we'll get that ETH season. I do think we'll get ETH season because it has an ETF. So I think what you could see is Bitcoin flies up and then you get a rotation and like people take profits from Bitcoin into ETH. I think you can see that for sure. For sure. I'd be out of XRP at $2. If XRP goes to $2, we're gonna have a fun fucking day. We're gonna have a fun time, dude. I'll tell you that. XRP does a 5x, this market will be fun. That would be really fun. That's bread opinion. It's another meme. It's an old meme. People just move on to new memes, you know? It's Brett's just kind of like Brett's like bonk now and like whiff, like they're fine, but it's just one of those old memes now. Right? People love finding the new memes, you know. And I haven't really like heard about Base. I don't know if people are still using Base or there's a lot of hype on Base and stuff, you know. But yeah, biggest troll of a fundamental coin. You meant Best, not Brett? Best? I don't know, man. But they get quiet shy. Are you quiet and shy? You made your name quiet shy. Don't be quiet and shy, man. Get out of your shell sometimes. I used to be quiet and shy. I used to be really quiet and shy. And one day I was like, why am I quiet and shy? This goes out to all the quiet and shy people out there, by the way. If you get anxiety talking to people and like you're quiet and shy, which I still can be because I'm an introvert at heart, don't be quiet and shy, man. Because like the first thing you gotta realize is, and I'm going on a tangent here. This is just a random tangent that I'm doing right now for no reason, but we're gonna do it anyways. If you're quiet and shy, dude, you gotta think like people don't give a shit what you say, man. People don't give a shit what you say. Right? Think about all the people that will just say anything. They'll just say anything. They don't care what people think. So why are we going to care what people think? Just say whatever's on your mind. And honestly, people like when you say what's on your mind. And it took me a long time to realize that. Like, just say whatever the fuck's on your mind. Like, something's on your mind, just say it. Don't be quiet and shy. You know? Talk about a fart, right? Talk about some weird stuff that you do. Who cares, man? You know? There's no reason to be quiet and shy. Life's too short to be quiet and shy. You know? It really is. Jordan's light is definitely not on for trick or treats today. No, dude, I kept it off. I kept it off, dude. I'm not giving out candy. It's not that I don't want to give out candy. I don't like to give out candy alone. It's kind of sad, you know? Next Halloween, I won't be alone, so. I won't give out, I used to be quiet and shy. Still somewhat am until I get wasted. Dude, if you give me drinks, dude, I will go up to anyone and talk to them. I am an animal when I drink. Absolute animal. Savage. The cure for social anxiety is to give zero fucks what people think about you. It's easier said than done. It took me a long time to get to that point. I just don't care what people think anymore. Because everyone's weird, dude. Like, even people who seem normal, they're weird. They do weird stuff behind scenes. They're not going to tell you that they do weird stuff, right? They might, like, suck their own toe. Like, they might pick their nose and eat it, right? But they're not going to tell you that, you know? So that's what I try to do is, like, just be yourself, man. Just say whatever's on your mind. And if people don't like it, people don't like it, you know? I'm scaring the crap out of adults asking for candy tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind passing out candy to kids. I think it's kind of nice. You know, some of them can be bratty and annoying and try to steal the whole freaking thing. And I'd say, no, you're not stealing the whole thing. And I would say, give me that Snickers back. Give me that Snickers back. You're not getting any Snickers now. You're getting no Snickers. But I prefer to pass out candy with someone else, you know? Chewy said, I'm thinking about selling it all. You could do that, Chewy. You could. I mean, you know how this works. As soon as you sell it all, the market's gonna fly up. And if you don't sell it all, the market's gonna go down. That's how it works in this universe, you know? The market makers know how to make you think. They really do. They really do. DOT sucks. Cut your losses. Yeah, sell DOT, bro. I know DOT's at the Pico low, and I'm not saying it's not gonna bounce here. Sell DOT, bro. Don't hold DOT. DOT is a piece of crap. No offense to anyone who holds DOT, but it's. I know it's at the Pico low, right? And I don't want to FUD it at the Pico low. There's just better things to hold in this, dude. Like, why are you gonna hold a Dino coin from 2021? Just sell DOT, bro. Go buy something else. Go buy Retardito. You know, I mean, and listen, it probably bounces somewhere in this zone. If it doesn't, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. It's got to bounce here. But, you know, there's probably better things you want to hold than DOT. Right? And the thing is, even if you sell DOT and it goes up, that probably means everything else is going up too. So it's not that big of a deal. You know? Sell this piece of shit, though. You know what I mean? Like, thing is a piece of crap. DOT's my biggest holding. Arch enemy, you're gotta be kidding. No way you're serious. There's no way you're serious. I really hope you're not being serious. I doubled my DOT holdings today. No, it'll be fine, right? I'm not fudding it at the lows. Like, I'm not sitting here being like, DOT is bearish here. It's not bearish here. Like, if this was Bitcoin, if this chart was Bitcoin, I'd be buying Bitcoin right here, right? The chart is fine. It's just DOT. You know, maybe they come out with some random new thing that gets people pumped about it, but it's just DOT. DOT BTC. Oh boy, I don't think we want to look at that. I don't think we want to look at that. Oh my God, this is worse. This might be the worst. This might be the worst Bitcoin pair chart out of all of them. It might be worse than Atom. It might be worse than Atom. Just relentless, dude. Not even any short squeezes. Atom BTC. Oh my God, this is even worse. Never mind. Cosmos and DOT might be the worst too. I think those probably have the trophy for worst too this cycle so far. Is there anything worse than those two? I don't know. I really don't know. Look at ADA BTC. I mean, at least ADA BTC got some support. I mean, you know, at least it's got some support here, right? I mean, the other two are just drowning in forever numbness to the downside and never have any chance of going back up. But dude, at least ADA's got a little support here, dude. A little support, maybe get a little bounce. Oh, dude. Still in my Atom Long. Dude, you're not in that Atom Long still, dude. That is brutal, dude. The fees must be eating you alive. You must be a negative, like, huge negative realized just from those fees. Jeez, man. At least ADA's got some support, though. Doesn't mean it's going to hold. Definitely doesn't mean it's going to hold. Anyways. The chart on DOT and Atom is worse than some of Jordan's music. Dude, my music is ass, man. I know my music is ass, though. That's the thing. Like, my music is so ass. Let's see. I'm 80% up still. Nah, fees haven't been much. Oh, shit. Good shit, man. All right, we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes into this monthly close. I wonder if there's going to be monthly open shenanigans. Sometimes there could be some monthly open shenanigans. I wonder if there is. the thing is about this chart is we still haven't really back tested this. So if you're a believer that we're going to back test this and bounce, we haven't really back tested it yet. We back tested the highs, which we've done a few times, right? Where we come back down, we back test highs and we bounce. But we haven't back tested the wedge, which would be somewhere around like, depending on how you draw it, would be somewhere around like 69,000. We didn't test that yet. So, I mean, we could still test that. Like, could we do something like this? We got the initial bounce. I'm long. Of course, it's going to come down and stop me out. It's going to come down, stop me out on the monthly open, and then we can bounce. That would be preferable. This would be much preferable. Something like this. I probably would just hold my long, and if it broke here, I would just take a loss. But this would be preferable. Something like this on the monthly open. Let's do that. Let's do that. Nuke after close. 67K CME gap. The problem with breaking this, like, do we want to break back into this wedge? Like, if we break back, I was talking about this earlier. I don't think you were here, Anderson. If we break back into this wedge, is that a good look? Is that a good look? I don't know if that's a good look. I think that would kind of scare me a little bit. And maybe that's what they want me to be scared. Not scared as in like, oh my God, but scared as in like, I kind of don't want it to break back in here. That just kills that whole breakout scenario. I don't know, man. I mean, we still have a CME gap down here at 52K too. Are we going to fill the 52K CME gap? Or is that like the 9K CME gap in 2020? I don't know if we want to break back in there. You know? I thought 2025 was the bull run, homie. I mean, it can be, man. I mean, as much as like we talk about like all this, like my theories of, you know, Bitcoin topping this year, which I still think it can. I still think that's definitely a possibility. At the end of the day, we all have these different theories, and it's kind of like this cycle is kind of like last cycle. Everyone had a different theory last cycle. Like everyone kind of forgot about, not everyone forgot about the 4-year cycle, but no one really believed in the 4-year cycle last cycle. I feel like this cycle, there's so much shit that's been happening with like rate cuts and elections and all this inflation, where people are kind of like writing off the 4-year theory. Imagine if we just do the 4-year theory again, right? And all these other theories that we all have would have simply just been answered by simply following the 4-year cycle, right? I mean, what if we're right here, and I'm not saying we're going this fucking high, but like, what if we're just right here and 2025 is going to be bullish? Just like 2021 was bullish, just like 2017 was bullish, right? And we're all just sitting here like coming up with these theories of all this stuff, but then it's just the same thing happens that always does, and we just do the 4-year cycle, and 2025 is bullish, right? Not saying we're going to go up here, but like, you get the point, right? But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, and I kind of find myself doing that sometimes, where I'm like, I'm coming up with these theories, but why do we come up with these theories when we kind of just been doing the same thing we've always been doing, but we want to come up with these different theories? I don't know, man. All-time high this year was a fake out and the real run comes? Maybe. CZ helped the 4-year cycle by shitting on FTX exactly a year after Bitcoin topped. Dude, that's why I think, dude, the 4-year cycles are programmed. Dude, Bitcoin that last cycle, I was convinced that was going to be the first time Bitcoin bottomed before a year. And then what happened in November, literally the day of the top, a year later, a week before CZ comes out and shits on FTX, and then FTX dumps and Bitcoin bottoms exactly 52 weeks after the highs. You can't, I mean, you can't write this shit. Like, you can't write this shit, man. You can't write this shit. That's why, like, going into next cycle, like, wherever we top, 52 weeks later, dude, I'm buying some corn. I don't care where we are. I'm buying some corn 52 weeks later. Especially if we just hit a new low. I feel like the shit writes itself sometimes. It really is crazy. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's like Bitcoin bottoms every time it bottoms a year after it tops. And right here it did, right here it did, and right here it did. What's the odds? What are the odds of that happening? Like, it's got to be very low odds of that actually happening. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's rigged. And sometimes I feel like we're all I feel like right now we're kind of all psyoping ourselves into thinking that the 4-year cycle is not going to happen because all this shit. And then what if it just does? What if 2025 is bullish? And I'm playing devil's advocate to myself because I always said Bitcoin was going to top this year. What if 2025 is just bullish like it should be? And we're all just psyoping ourselves. I don't know, man. But I'm going back to the corn chart because now I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Anyways, I like a good bottom. Oh, shit, dude. Oh. The Bitcoin algorithm is very methodic. It makes total sense. Dude, it really is, Wayne. Excuse me, dude. It really is methodic. It's up to this point, it's been perfect. You know what I mean? It really is. It's pretty crazy. At some point, it has to break. At some point, it has to break, but it hasn't broken yet. So we'll find out, man. Anyways, we got 2 minutes into the monthly close. Looks like we're gonna close somewhere around 70,250, which is cool. I think that's the second highest monthly close of all time for the corn, which is, we'll take it. I wish we got the highest, but we'll take the second. We'll take the second highest. Don't worry, boss. When we top late 2025, I won't say I told you so. Dude, I know it's a possibility. I definitely know it's a possibility, man. We'll see, though. Brian said, then just shut up with the negative rhetoric. Well, I think it's good to have an open mind. Brian? It's not what you want to hear, but I think it's good to have an open mind. I think it's good not just to be a moon boy all the time, I have no theories. I just keep buying. I love it, Jets. Honestly, that's probably how you beat most people, man. You just buy the corn. Just buy the corn, man. Just buy Bitcoin. You'll beat 99% of people if you just buy Bitcoin. It's true. When Cospa stopped going down? Hey, actually, Cospa didn't go down too much today. It was actually one of the better ones. It's up today. When Cospa stopped going down? Do you want my honest opinion, or do you want my moon boy opinion? Oh man, when do I think Cospa's going to stop going down? Well, yeah. I mean, it could bounce here. It's at support. You might get a little bounce up. So a lot of times when you get these distribution patterns, you get 3 hits of the highs, and then you get kind of a relief bounce that's a lower high. That's like what Bitcoin's top looked like. But in my opinion, I think COS is a little bit lower to go. I would, and I've said this before, like this is the only chart that looks like this. I would not be shocked to see COS come back down into this support down here, which I know seems crazy. Like you're like, there's no way COS is going to drop another 50%. I know that sounds crazy, but it doesn't in a way if you're under the belief that Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher. It's not that crazy. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to all altcoins, guys. I think it's just this chart, dude. This ever since like here and the 3 highs, just no momentum higher. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll check on it in a few months. We'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. Where are the Moon Boys? Super Cycle Lambo. They'll be back. They'll be back. All right, we got the monthly close. Woohoo! Yeah. Monthly close. So we closed at a measly 70,234. Woohoo! Second highest monthly close in Bitcoin's history. Technically a monthly breakout on the candle closes and the wicks. Nice, man. I'll take it. Still got some work to do though, right? Obviously, we still got some work to do. Still below the highs.
Costs will stop on 0. Smiley face. Hope you're good, bro.
Costs will stop on 0. Damn, Wes is flooding costs. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, Wes. Hope you're doing good too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. It's always good to see Wes. Oh, I still gotta hit you up for the music, bro. I've just been doing a bunch of stuff. I gotta hit you up for the music though. Definitely still will, Wes. Don't worry. At some point, I'll get around to it. But yeah, not bad. I don't know why it does this glitch where like it does this glitch like this. I don't know. ETH. Dude, look at the ETH candle, man. We opened and closed at the same prices as last month. But ETH is still, holding this general trend line. I still think buying ETH near this trend line is probably not a bad idea if you get another retest. But yeah, ETH is fine. Sol, pretty good monthly. I mean, still in the range though. We're still in this range, right? We're just like locked in this range. So not really too much in Sol, just still range bound. But yeah, man. Another monthly close down, another month gone, man. We're in freaking November now. The good thing is, historically, I actually think, is it November is the best month for Bitcoin? I think it's November is the best month for Bitcoin. Hold on, let me check. Bitcoin monthly returns. So October was indeed Uptober. So we were correct about October happening. I believe actually November is, November is historically Bitcoin's best performing month. Okay. So if we bring this over here, November is Bitcoin's historically best performing month. On average, it's up 47% in November's. And then if we just look at election years, so 2020 was 43% in November, and 2016 was 6%, only 6%. So, but, and I guess that might be kind of skewed by this plus 469%. So it's slightly skewed. But median, it's still 9% median, which I think is still the third best. You can take median into account. So, like we've said, election years, October, November, December have all been green, right? 2020 and 2016. So we did, in fact, get a plus 11% October. Will November and December be green? My guess is yes, but we'll find out. We will find out, shall we? We always like to find that shit out. February is pretty good. Yeah, February is pretty good too. February is pretty good. So we're going to 100K in November. If we get the plus 46%, if we get the plus 6%, dude, we're only going to be at like 73. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. All right, but that's going to be it for me, guys. I wanted to stay on to the monthly close. Not too much else happening out there. Just more consolidation for altcoins, Bitcoin. Really, it comes down to can we hold really like the high 60Ks, right? I mean, it's fine if we come down to like 69, 68, but we really want to hold, I don't want to get like a daily close. No daily closes back below here, right? Wicks, okay, we want to wick in here and fucking scare people. That's fine. I don't want to see any daily closes back inside this wedge. If we do, that's not the best look in my opinion, man. It's not the best look for a pirate. So more dips are fine, but let's keep the daily closes above here. And if we do, right, hopefully just a retest, and we can be up in November like we typically are in election years. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace out. I'm going to go see if I want to buy some TIA. I think I'm going to go throw 50% of my stables in TIA and then hold another 50% in case we go to $4. We'll see. Anyways, peace out, guys. Much love. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a happy Halloween. And I got to go hide from the kids that keep knocking on the fucking door. All right. Peace out.